Hey Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your April reading, your monthly reading for April. Let me put my camera back a little bit. I know my head is a little bit cut off. Sorry guys. So, Gemini. I hope that you guys are being safe, that you guys are healthy and safe during this time. Oh, my heart and my love and prayers go out to all of you all during this time. Gemini. This is a time of healing for you, okay? A time of needing to have an overview of what has transpired in your lives. During this time, there is an energy for you, Gemini, of not taking things so seriously. Not being so hard on yourselves or the people around you. Not being so hard on your loved ones. Okay? It's okay to feel happy. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to make mistakes. Okay? For those of you who are religious, this is not the time to be hard on yourselves or to allow your beliefs to cause you to change your perspective about yourselves or to be hard on yourselves, because in any form of spirituality or religion, it's our responsibility to use what we believe in and what we know within our religion or within our spirituality for the greater good of ourselves. What happens when we make mistakes? The universe or God, whoever you believe in, gives you chance after chance to prove yourselves, no matter how many mistakes you make, right? So why be so hard on yourselves? Why make things more difficult than what they have to be? If you fall or you make a mistake, pick yourself back up, hold yourself accountable to things that you've done wrong. Don't allow any wounds of the past to be left open. Tend to them, right? Tend to your wounds, tend to your ouches, to your pain from the past. But like I said, this is a time of renewal, a time of healing, okay? You have the renewal card that came out, okay? Because I feel that the truth will be revealed. Whatever truth that you're looking for, Gemini. For those of you who are questioning yourselves, or you feel like you can't do anything right, some of you all may be in school and you just feel like it's not going anywhere. Maybe you guys some of you all have gotten a new job and you just feel like maybe it was a mistake that you chose that job and you may be beating yourselves up. Some of you all may be in a relationship and you may not be getting along with your significant other or with your loved ones, and you may be beating yourselves up. This is not the time for that. Make mistakes, have conversations. It's okay to have conversations with people that you love, that you may have made angry, you may have upset them. It's okay to say, hey, I messed up, can we start again? Okay? It's okay time to heal, right? So this can be about an argument that you had with someone recently, or even, maybe you may end up having an argument with someone this month. Instead of allowing your emotions to fester and to cause you to maybe go into hiding, or maybe not talk to this person for a while because you're angry, or you're beating yourselves up because of what you said to somebody, instead of hiding from that person, the best thing for you to do, Gemini, or if you're hiding from a situation, the best thing to do is address it. The best thing to do, maybe you need to text someone, email them, send them a phone call, or just have a sit-down conversation with the Page of Cups here. Send out a message to this person, okay? It's okay to talk to this person because, and this may be a brand new person, or you may be entering a new cycle within your relationship. You may have known this person for years, or for maybe a year or so, for a while, and you guys may be going through the motions. You may be going through a transformation within your relationship or your connection. It could be a friendship, it could be a romantic relationship, it could be a family relationship, a work relationship, but you have to trust that the universe is backing you. It's okay to make mistakes, Gemini. There is no need for you to beat yourselves up over mistakes, over you've done something wrong. Just hold yourself accountable. Show that person, hey, I've done wrong, I'm sorry, I'm going to just do my best. Just do your best to not repeat those mistakes, right? So maybe there are those of you who, whenever you get into a fight with someone, or whenever you make a mistake, or you feel like you didn't make the right decision for yourselves, or for your career, and maybe just review, okay, what are some things that I could have done better? What did I say to this person that could have been said in a different way? And just have a sit-down conversation. Do something different where you just communicate with that person and help them to understand that you care about them. And they may end up opening up to you and letting you know, hey, I love you too, or I really care about you too, and let's try to let's take steps in a different direction, a better direction when it comes to arguments, or when it comes to disagreements, okay, or things that you may have said that you may regret now. So I'm sorry, guys, also about all of the noise. There's a lot going on. People are doing construction behind my house, and I live on a very busy street, so there's a lot going on right now. So bear with me. So like I said, there is a sense of renewal here, okay? And with the Page of Water coming out, the Page of Cups, okay? Practice following your intuition. Understand, don't allow your sensitivities to get you into trouble, okay? Because be friendly to yourselves. Don't beat yourselves up because of a mistake that you made. Don't consistently allow your mind to say harsh things to you, to where you end up doing harsh things towards yourselves, or thinking harshly towards other people, or saying harsh things to yourselves or other people, okay? Because we have the Hierophant here. It says unity. So again, some of you all may be going to church, or reading your Bible, or saying a prayer, or praying every day, or talking to God, or talking to the universe, talking to your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever you believe in. There is a need for you, in order for your mind to not wander, you need to speak to the universe. Listen to the universe. Listen to the messages that the universe is sending you. Because I feel that your creator, or whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, is helping you to understand it. They're being gentle with you. They're not treating you the way you're treating yourselves, and they're showing you that you need to love yourselves more than you have in the past, okay? And if you want to manifest better friends, better relationships, you have to be willing to communicate. You have to be willing to hold yourself accountable. You have to understand that any new relationship that you manifest is going to come with baggage, you're not always going to get along with that person each and every day. You're not going to get along with that person every month or every week, right? It's always going to be something that you guys disagree on, and depending on their sign, and depending on their personality or the way they were raised, they may not be so gentle towards you. But does that mean that you have to be harsh towards yourselves? No, it could mean that that person just has a different personality. You know, just think about, and also this time of healing for you, because you have malachite as your stone, and it says healing. I am a healing machine manifesting miracles. So for those of you who are trying to manifest better relationships, understand that you're going to get into certain disagreements, okay? But if you're trying to manifest better people, people who actually understand your personality and who are, you know, okay with you making mistakes, and they don't take it so personally and they don't take it so seriously because they understand you, you know, trust that the universe is going to send you these people, but also don't get caught up in thinking that, or praying for relationships where there is no conflict, because without conflict, how do you grow? You know, how do you grow with other people? How do you create partnerships that are going to last a lifetime, right? Because we have the Romance Angel Oracle Trust, okay? And it says this situation is calling for you to have faith. And then once again, this card came over, when I pulled this card, it came out over the Unity card, the Hierophant. So again, when it comes to religion, when it comes to church, when it comes to you going to the temple or the mosque, or when it, you know, if you're in a coven, or you're a tarot card reader, or you're a witch, or, you know, whatever it is that you practice, whatever gathering of, whenever there's a gathering of people, or people that you can connect with digitally, when it comes to your belief systems, what do you feel in those gatherings? Okay? Do you feel support? Do you feel loved? Do you feel wholesome? Okay, or do you feel that you're attacked, or do these people make you feel like you have to be hard on yourself? Are you being taught within your organization, or within your religion, or your spiritual gatherings? Do you feel that the people there are teaching you to be hard on yourselves? Are they teaching you that you have to be mean and have that type of perspective towards yourselves in order to better yourselves? If that's the case, Gemini, you may want to detach yourself from that organization, or detach yourself from that gathering, because this is a time of healing for you. If you're not being taught to understand how to project and manifest healing energies and vibes in your life and vibrations in your lives, then that is something that you need to detach yourselves from, because it can become very dangerous towards the future. Okay? Because we also have the Dreamer here, and it's the Fool card in the original tarot. Okay, so again, it says take a leap of faith. You have the word faith coming out twice in your reading here. And the renewal card represents judgment. So this is something that the universe is going to bring back to the surface. It's going to show you. And the word judgment as well. If you feel judged and you feel like you're constantly having to judge yourself, again, if you're in an organization, or you're being taught something, it doesn't just necessarily have to be religious in nature. It can be anything that you're being taught in school, in class, an online course. If you're, or your upbringing as a family unit, you know, from the way you've been raised, the way your family treats you, the way your friends have treated you, if that has become unhealthy, and if it has taught you to judge yourselves harshly, and if you're being taught to judge, and you start to judge other people and the world around you harshly, that is not healthy, Gemini. Okay, don't be so caught up in what the organizational aspect of your life is telling you. Don't get as caught up in the institutionalized traditional viewpoints, not the negative parts of the traditional viewpoints, right? There's a certain method that you may have been raised to believe in, and that needs to be released. Okay, I'm not at all saying that religion and church and going to the temple, whatever, whoever, I'm not saying that your religion is bad, but the way each individual is training you to embrace this belief. Because I'm a witch, right? And I also, you know, believe in the Wiccan religion. But it's not the religion's fault, or my spirituality, or my walks. You know, it's not the universe's fault if I decide to do things that are against, you know, my better judgment, you know, or against what the universe has set in place. It's not the universe's fault. It's my fault. So, and I would have to hold myself accountable. So it's the same thing for you, Gemini. Whatever you believe in, it's not that your religion is at fault. The people are not the religion, right? The people are not, the people who tell you how to go about believing in something. You have to be wiser than that and understand, hey, I make mistakes, I'm if you're a Christian, if you're pushing yourself to be a more perfect Christian, or you're pushing yourself to be a better husband, or a perfect husband, a perfect wife, a perfect daughter or son, a perfect coworker, a perfect manager, a perfect teacher, a perfect student, whatever, a perfect boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're pushing yourselves harshly towards perfection, that is what is going to be, it's going to have a very, very negative outcome in your future. So if again, perfection should not be practiced harshly. We are all perfectly imperfect. So why try to beat yourselves into shape? Why not allow the universe to gently coach you into understanding the mistakes that you've made in the past? It's okay to let's overview this. Let's have an assessment. Okay, let's review everything and understand what we could have done better, and realizing, okay, I could have done better, moving on, not beating yourselves up, but moving on. And every single time, because the situation is going to resurface, it's going to come back to you, it's going to haunt you again until you understand, okay, how can I do better in this circumstance? Instead of beating yourselves up, how can I do better in this circumstance? How can I do better within this experience? So that when that situation comes again in the future, you're already going to know what to do. You're already going to have a better judgment of yourself and the world around you during that time. Last but not least, we have the coyote, which is the revealer of truth. Okay? I hope I'm making sense, guys. I know that it may seem like I'm all over the place, but this is, perfection it's a hard topic, especially when it comes to your belief systems and, how you were raised. Things can become a little, that can be a very touchy subject. But just understand that, again, we are all perfectly imperfect, and it doesn't matter if it's a pastor, if it's a priest, a high priestess, it doesn't matter who's telling you, a tarot card reader. You have to understand that you have a choice to make, and you have to follow the universe or your creator. You have to have a relationship with that entity, right? So that entity may be telling the collective one thing, but it may be, as individuals, your situation may be so different, or it may be different. Everybody's situation is different, to where you have to understand, what is the universe telling you as an individual. Okay? So the coyote, the revealer of truth, says, don't take things too seriously. Take time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Learn from your mistakes. Don't beat yourselves up because of your mistakes. Okay? For those of you who have children, okay, don't beat your children up because of the mistakes that they made, just because you feel. For those of you who feel like you've made a lot of mistakes in your past, and when you had children you try to whip them into shape, not physically, some of you may do it physically, but mentally, emotionally, verbally, you don't want your children to resent you, because your decisions that you made have nothing to do with your children. Okay, and the decisions that they make in their future has nothing to do with the decision that you made in your past. So you cannot whip your children into someone that you feel you want to be. You have to make decisions so that you can become a better person. You can't push. For those of you who have children and you're doing this to your children, don't feel because you couldn't be a certain person in this day and age now, so you're trying to transform your children into something that you weren't. That's not something that you want to put on your children. That's too big of a responsibility for your children. And if you had parents that put that on you, you have to heal from that, Gemini. You have to heal from what your parents have done, or what your grandparents, whoever raised you, has done. You cannot place that, for those of you who have children, you cannot place them on your children, okay? That is not their responsibility to outlive what you've done. their job, just like everyone else before them and in who are their peers, it is their responsibility to live their lives according to their choices, just like you had a choice, right? I hope that I'm making sense, Gemini, but it is very, very important that you understand your purpose, to understand that you are perfect the way you are enough, and the universe brings things back to it resurfaces things so that we can make better choices when in that situation. Because if we don't want that situation to haunt us anymore, we have to pass the test. We have to make the right decisions, better decisions. We have to listen to our intuition and listen to what the universe or your creator is telling you to do. This is not the time to beat yourselves up. This is a time for you to heal yourselves. Okay? And for those of you who may be trying to leave a religion or any type of situation, you know, just understand that you don't have to hold yourself to your mistakes or the wrongs that you've done. Just hold yourself accountable. It doesn't matter who's around to hold a grudge. If people don't want to forgive you, then guess what? That's not really up to you. You can't force someone to forgive you for what you've done towards them. The only thing you can do is just continue to do better in your life towards others, towards newer people who come into your life, okay? So much love and light to all of you. We wish you guys all the very best on this journey. All right, take care. Bye.